This is your daily sit-rep. Now remember, every city and every town is a border community today because our government is subsidizing the movement of people who are being trafficked by the cartels. Watch Sarah Carter's interview last night, which I thought was very well done, where she articulates exactly what I have been warning is coming. Ladies and gentlemen, the trafficking of people is the major change of the cartels in this surge, along with the movement of fentanyl. But look at how evil, and you hear me talk about it all the time, there's a level of evil here that these cartels and these smugglers who work for them are committing against innocent people.
Carter, she joins us with her exclusive and shocking report about the rise of sex trafficking over the border. Sarah, everything I've learned from people I've interviewed over the years, we're talking about teenage girls, in part, sold into prostitution even.
Sean, we're talking about children as young as 8 years old sold into prostitution. It's just horrific. Think about this. Across the globe, more than 25 million people are subjected to human trafficking and slavery, Sean. In the United States, it's tens of thousands. When you think about the number of people coming across the border and flooding into our cities, those that we don't even know, even those that have been apprehended, women and children who are being released, and Border Patrol agents, I've reported on this in the past, have said we release them and we don't even know if these are their real families. Many times here in Texas, and particularly in Houston, which happens to be a hub for human trafficking, unfortunately, they find that out, and it's very, very disturbing. I want you to listen to Texas Department of Public Safety Lieutenant Craig Cummings as he talks about some of the horrifying operations that they've been on. This one in particular, 10 women were rescued, and I got to tell you, for those of you who are sensitive to information, just watch when you listen to this.
We had a human trafficking operation that was going on. We had some women that would become pregnant. In this particular case,
so there were pregnant women being forced to work the sex trade here.
One of them was actually 8 months pregnant. And being forced to engage in sex for money here.
And all these women were illegal. They were trafficked into the U.S.
Yes.
To do this specifically?
Yes, yeah, they were trafficked into the U.S. To engage in this sex trafficking. And the sad part is that they were required to work 6 days a week to pay off their debt. And if they did not get to work all 6 days, whatever money that they would have made that would have went to pay that debt is erased for that week.
Are they paying their human traffickers back for basically for their entry into the United States?
Well, that's exactly what's happening. Folks here they're engaged in human trafficking, are forced to pay back that debt to come into the United States.
How old are these women?
A lot of the women that are engaged in sex trafficking are, younger than 18, up to about 25 or so. And they're coming here looking for a dream and find a nightmare in places like this.
Sean, it is a nightmare, and those nightmares are happening in neighborhoods all across the United States. This cantina in particular was right in the middle of a neighborhood here in Houston. It was in operation for years before the Texas DPS, along with their federal and state and local agencies, were able to find someone to report it. This is happening all across the country, Sean, and this won't be the end of our reporting on it. We're going to do this from Texas all the way to the Midwest.
Yeah, as all the resources now are dealing with the 25-year record of influx of immigrants, now, of course, those resources are not available to deal with the drug cartels, the human traffickers, and the gangs. Sarah, sad but good report.
Absolutely.
People need to know.
Be safe.